Hey guys, my name's Steph. I'm Botanist Cool. I forgot to switch the webcam properties, and I'm here with a good friend of mine who is an absolute expert in everything Ace Attorney.
Don't know who that is still.
Katie, it's me!
Oh god. Hello.
Hello. Teehee, your way to victory, funny plant man and none plant man in the back. Wait, what? I am so confused with that, KSG. How you doing today, KSG? Hope you're doing well. We're gonna be playing some Ace Attorney today. We are in a trial to prove a thief a not murderer.
Oh, did we get to the trial? I don't even remember.
Yeah, we're at the trial basically. We got the pink paint. We're at the trial. Non-plant person. Wait. Teehee, your way to and non-plant person in the background. Teehee. Gotcha. Non-plant person. Yeah. Katie is a non-plant person. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you a plant person, Katie?
I want to be, but I kill a lot of plants, so probably not. Hey, Nick!
What is it this time?
You won't believe how many people are here for the trial.
3. Well, it is a murder case.
Yeah, those never happened. What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door.
Wait, what? Next door?
Oh, you know this, Nick. Honestly, so ignorant about everything. They're having Detective Atme's trial today.
Detective Atme?
They say they're going to try him as Master Mask.
Already? That was fast.
Boy, I'd love to see Master Mask trial. Later, Nick.
Ooh, who's this? Is it the real Master Mask? I'm gonna do the whiny voice. Did Mike go to jail again? Not yet. I know. By the way, where's Pearls?
Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore.
Unlike someone.
Your trial cases are super boring, unlike the one next door, where I wish I was.
I know you don't like me. Pearl's already gotten into her training lately, huh?
Yeah, ever since that incident last year.
Please don't ignore me!
Hi, Mr. Delight. Good morning.
No one likes me. No one would notice me even if I killed someone.
True. I mean, come on now, don't be silly. But wait a sec.
You don't mean you're the murderer? No, I'm just a poor thief. No, that's not right. A thief really now let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from the second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending to help him commit his heists.
You really think there's a connection between the thief and the murder, Nick?
It's possible, but today's trial is a race against the clock.
Well, how come? Let's just take our time like always.
I'm afraid that's not an option. Is it because if the dude gets proven Master Light, then Ron can't be proven Master Light?
Mask Delight.
Master Mask. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. You're ready? Preparation is the last refuge of the weak. Wait, what? Kato, what? You just wing everything you do?
I wing it.
Godot's like,
I don't know anything, anytime at all.
He's just like,
I mean, that's worked for Phoenix so far.
He went to the law school of Phoenix. He went to Phoenix University Online. Let's go. Okay, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot. He's got the judge in the palm of his hand. Yet again. Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all. What? What? First and foremost, let me see how old he is. He is old enough to go to war. Secondly, what?
What are you talking about?
He's 20. He's 23 years old. He got drafted at 18. He can be sent to war if he wants to.
Oh, I'm not disputing that. I'm just like, what is Godot on about?
I don't know. What is this dude on? I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot. Then you really need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war, but that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right? Yes. Well then, let's briefly summarize the details of this case. The judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change. The victim, Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in the safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated at 1 a.m. of the previous day. And that's when our lost little kitten... And that's when our lost little kitten dropped the ball. Oh, stop it, Godot, you're embarrassing me. That lost little kitten is, of course, the defendant. Very well then, Mr. Godot. Please call your first witness. Wait, what? Do you not have a witness to call, Godot?
Go on.
I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial.
Good, otherwise you die.
But the first one is always the best. And I do have a question, right? So a trial could be 3 days long. Is he saying for 3 days he will drink like 6 coffees a day? Because that seems relatively normal for some people. Or is he saying every day per trial he'll drink 17 coffees?
Spoilers, but I think it's the latter.
Mr. Godot, your witness. Okay then, let's hear what the defense, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself. The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? Maybe a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but... I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Ron Delight to testify. Because, yeah, that's a great idea. You've got guts, Trite.
I mean, what's the objective? No. Alright, trial over. Dang, guilty.
You should have learned by now, Phoenix, that there's not a single goddamn person you can trust when you're doing these, things. Alright, Mr. Ron Delight, please take the stand. Thank you for the stretch, hydrate, and the friend King KSG. You did it, didn't you? Yes. What? No, that's not true! I was just so enthralled by your face, Godot. For over there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever.
Mr. Delight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making.
And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Huh. Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Bullard, why'd you go to KB Security? Well, that's... I do realize I gave him a lot different voice just now. Because I can't get this ship out of my head. It is just there. It is just there. Well, that's kind of hard to say, boy. I wish I could go home. Now, let's hear some testimony about what happened. I hate how he looks. Like, I really hate it. He looks like he's trying to seduce you. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Look at those eyes he's got. I don't like them. That evening around 1 a.m., I went to Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I've been working for KB Security till a year ago, so I knew he was in his office. 1 a.m., the exact time the murder took place. The weak get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up. Ha! It's bitter today too, just like my destiny. So this is second drink. We're gonna count how many drinks he has in this trial.
Never know that from the way he's chugging it down.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
If I don't, please.
No, I think that's good enough. He went there. He didn't kill anyone. The end. 1 a.m., huh? You're absolutely sure about that? Yes, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow and my internal clock was also good. 1 a.m., that's the exact time the victim, Mr. Bullard, was murdered, correct? It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure. It ordered you there. It was the first time I got in a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere. Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then? Oh, of course! They say things like, steal this or take that. Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say anymore. Now, what should I do? Oh, 100% we're pressing harder. So what did the blackmail mail letter in question say? It said to bring $50,000. Money, eh? A perfect motive for committing murder. Oh, but wait! I never intended to pay the money anyway! Ron, no. Oh, is that right?
I mean, that's not the wrong thing to say. I mean, like, it's not like he owes actual money. This is a blackmail letter.
But he's also just like, I never intended to pay it, so I murdered him. It's like, finish that sentence. I never intended to pay the money to the person who was blackmailing me, so I just murdered them instead. Like, that's where that sentence leads to.
Not necessarily true.
After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of. An important point indeed. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony. Yes, sir. Huh. A muddy mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do.
Phoenix, what does that mean?
I think he took a picture from Godot's, like, I think he took a lesson from Godot's Book of Wisdom. Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway? The blackmail letter said if you don't want your identity revealed, correct? I'm sure it was referring to the whole mask to mask thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me. He didn't? Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. Just as long as Nessie believes in me. That's why Mr. Light doesn't believe he was mask to mask. That's why I knew they were just hollow threats. You used to be security chief at KB Security, right? Yes, that's right. A security chief? You? And yet a year ago, you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge. A perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say? This is going good. Maybe I should change the subject. Life after being fired. What did you do after being fired from KB Security? I spent a lot of time looking for work, but then I decided I wanted to start something myself. Not good, this is going back to worse, yes! I wanted to see when he was going to start referencing stealing things. So I started looking at books and TV. Okay, so that actually went a different way than I was thinking. I started looking up books and TVs and movies and learning all I could about masked men. Oh my god, this doesn't sound any better. Run! Did Mia have this much trouble with Phoenix?
Do you not remember? Phoenix ate glass on trial to try and get the actual guilty person free.
That's true.
Ron has yet to eat glass on the stand. Every difficult witness you have is just karma for what you did to me.
It's Mia haunting you through another person every goddamn time. Try not to get banned this stream. I'm trying. Yeah, let's see how quickly this is. Get your stream taken down the speed run.
Is it? Wait, why?
It's just trying to get all about math. The amount. One, Twitch is a bit of a bitch when it comes to banning people, and two, it's just quite the statement. Masked men. So you wanted to try a comic, right? About masked men. No, that's not right. I wanted to become. Hold it. Your Honor, let's move along, shall we? But you asked a question. You're being quite odd today, Mr. Wright. Way to bring the spinning buzzsaw one notch closer to your own neck, Ace Attorney.
There wasn't much to his testimony, was there?
Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least that's what it sounds like to me.
Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this. But better be careful.
But if we don't find a way to make him spill the beans, we'll never get closer to the truth.
Yeah.
Alright, let's find out why he was fired. Gods. Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job. Well, you see, I hate it. I hate it. Because he's doing the anime pose where it's like a shy anime girl, like hee 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 hee. But then he's also like mopey. I hate everything about his character design. I hate everything about how he stands. I just hate Ron Delight. This Princess Leia looking ass motherfucker. Doesn't even pull that off right either. Give him a deep voice. Just give Ron a deep voice. Whoa. The world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked that. Okay, then I take it back. Defendant, please answer the question.
I needed money.
You needed money.
Well, you see, Dusty loves...
What are you doing?
KSG asked you to give him a deep voice.
Oh, I see.
No, I'm done with that. Well, you see, Desi loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby.
Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick?
My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company. Jesus Christ. Come again?
Well, I guess that's not a good thing we're not on trial for that.
Cable Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And this is a security team chief. You stole some data and then sold it. Maya, shut. Your hobby is going to trial for murder. Mr. Bullet found out I was fired immediately. What? I wish I never asked that. I was somehow able to keep it a secret and made it seem like I had quit on my own.
Why did Nick, you don't look so good?
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment.
You do well to remember that.
He should have told you.
So you admit you stole data from your company, is that correct? Yes, I'm sorry. This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony. Oh man, this whole thing just took a big turn for the worse. Crashed and blew up. It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. Do you think we will save Ron Delight? Why would you do something like that? Well, for Desi's hobby, what else? Wasting money, huh? It's not a waste!
Oh, Miss Delight doesn't know her husband was fired, does she?
So it would seem.
I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other.
I can't believe it. This case has got even Maya to think seriously about couples. Please stay focused, Mr. Wright.
There wasn't much to this testimony, was there?
Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least that's what it sounds like to me.
Oh, I have a bad
Oh
feeling
yeah,
about-
we've gone
Oh,
through this.
yeah.
Okay, so we're either doing that or doing this. So do we have any proof that Desi does in fact know about? Gods. What does... do we have any proof that Desi does know? Does her profile say anything? It's criminals and cowards more than anything. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ron. I'm so sorry, Ron. Oh no. We can present this list. Never mind then. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Oh, really? Objection denied. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Shoot. Oops, it didn't go so well. So after this trial, I guess Ron could just stay there for his divorce trial. Yeah, right? Oh, God. I don't know what to present right now. There's so little. There's nothing in there. What is he hiding? Evening at 1 a.m. I went to see Mr. Bullard at his office. Whatever letter I got wanted me to go there. It didn't scare me. I've been working for KB Security till a year ago, so I knew where his office was. He fired me for selling company secrets, but he doesn't know about that. I don't know. Wait a minute. What about his second testimony? Let's present that. Nope! Jesus Christ, I'm gonna save real quick so I don't have that little help for the future. What do you think, Katie?
I don't know.
Photo of a storeroom entrance taken by the camera on the night of the crime. Written with a fountain pen found in Ron's room. What's the contradiction? I'm so confused with this one, actually. Nope. What? No? What? Wait, what? So this is the part of the game, guys, where you just kind of put a little bit of everything in there and see what happens. And hope something works. So Kane knew what was being stolen. He was still a guard when the first thing happened, didn't he? Oh my god, this one's tough. Ooh. Nope. Ah, damn it. Kitty, you enjoying my suffering right now?
A bit.
Yeah, just a bit. Fine, let's do it. I was hoping there'd be something cool with that. There wasn't.
You want me to check my memory, or are you still good?
Check your memory. This is such BS.
Alright, hold on.
This is such BS.
I check my memory. Oh, whoops. I wanted. Let's see. Press the other statement. Blackmail threat. Didn't. Did you press that?
Which one?
Go back. This one.
Yeah. We're being blackmailed about anyway. Let's see if you don't reveal your identity. I'm correct. Restraint the whole mask thing. Wait, what? Why is it now doing something different?
I guess it's one of those things where you had to press things in order.
God damn it, I hate this.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I'm afraid that reason isn't gonna hold up anymore.
What do you mean?
The victim had no proof the defendant was Master Mask. But you were the one who stole company secrets only 1 year earlier.
But that was all over once I was fired. I made an Elmo. But It's true I kept it's true the fact that I stole secrets was kept under wraps. Even so, there was no reason for me to pay up. Now, a whole year later... Is that really true?
Nick.
The fact that Ron was stealing company data, I wonder if he would have had a problem if that ever became public knowledge. Yeah, he would. Mr. Delay, I believe you would have been in considerable trouble if your identity as a company data thief was made public. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to do by bullying your own client? Huh. Men are like the colonies of wait, what?
What are you on? Are you sure it's coffee you're consuming?
No, are you okay? Men are like...
See, this is what happens when you drink 17 cups of coffee in an hour.
Men are like colonies of bacteria. The funny thing is, he does 17 cups per trial. He doesn't mention how much he does before and or after, which could be another 17 in the morning, another 17 in the afternoon, another 17 in the evening. This is why I drink Bang, the energy drink for streamers. Hey Elijah, how you doing today? That's exactly right. What? Are you okay there, buddy? Are you okay there?
Well then, feel free to keep up the heat, my little lawyer amigo.
Are we sure he's not the fake Texan guy? Little lawyer amigo?
I will say that that case came out after the trilogy, I do believe, so...
Doesn't mean it can't happen. Listen, the prequels came out after the original trilogy, but you know it still worked.
Yes, that provides some evidence to back up your assertion. Why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from going public?
Because his wife hates criminals. How you doing, Elijah? I hope you're doing well today. Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday. Huh? What doesn't? I think you must have been scared, very scared, of having a certain person find out your secret. Gulp. A certain person? Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife. Whoa! But I... Listen to me, my Desi, she is...
Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins. Cadeau. Yes, we know it was all your wife's fault.
What do you mean? Why does that corn man look like someone I have a special interest? Wait, corn man? Crusty? What does crusty mean? What do you mean?
Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him.
Alright, Elijah just sent me a DM.
Oh boy.
Who's
Hey,
corn
Elijah,
man?
I'm sorry I don't have Twitch open, so I can't see the chat. Although, actually, my new computer can probably handle streaming and Twitch at the same time, so maybe I can open Twitch.
Now you
Let's
can,
see.
maybe.
If I vanish from the face of the earth, what happened is I tried to also watch chat.
Okay. You want me to give you a second to get on here?
I'm already on here.
Alright, cool.
I can't see anything that was posted before, but hello.
Hello.
Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret.
Don't tell me what. Anyways,
someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that's how this murder came about.
you're supposed to be being. Oh, No, everything is falling neatly into place for him. Don't talk about my Desi like. Oh, this is corn man. No, don't talk about my Desi like that. I'm sorry. Ronald literally has got corn on him. Well, it seems that we learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick?
I didn't think it was possible to just get thoroughly whipped in 20 minutes. Clearly a sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife and he killed to protect a secret. A family man who cared just a little too much. That's one way of putting it.
The motive is clear. Let's move on. What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now. Tell us. We're all ears.
See, to me, this guy looks like the learn how to draw anime blue-haired guy mixed with Princess Leia, and is extremely twinky and very pretty. So yeah, this matches your profile well, Elijah. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Suddenly I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullet was lying there, dead. You know if he's a brat or you're voicing him as a brat. Is he a brat? Katie, what do you think?
Ron or
Ron, yeah.
Like a little kid brat? No, I don't think so. He's just very whiny.
He's very whiny. But I do think Elijah means like a submissive brat.
Well,
He's so a brat. Elijah.
But I think that he's very whiny, but he couldn't give sass if he tried. So I don't know if that counts.
Elijah says it counts. Elijah's like, so he's so a brat. Okay. I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe that detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. He said that Mask to Mask struck him on the head from behind. Of course, it's actually turned out to be the culprit himself. That was all a lie.
Ha! No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that.
What are you saying? I was really attacked! We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination.
Got that, Mr. Trite? Don't go easy just because he's your client. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend.
What cup are we on, Steph? You said you were keeping count.
I think this is about 4.
Okay.
I think we're at 4. I don't remember, if I'm being perfectly honest. I stopped keeping count after 2. You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it.
Those are 2 statements that should be entirely separate.
Yeah.
And one is false and one is true.
Come into my dungeon. I have both a truth and a lie. You must find out which is which. Alright, let's go for it. Who's this suspicious shadow? There was 1,000 of me, and even one knew. I tell you, trust me. He's too baby to hold the knife.
His dodging all of our questions is not helping us win his case.
Okay, then, how was the victim Mr. Bullard at the time? What do you mean by how was he? Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place? That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright? God damn it. You fucking piece of shit.
Are you okay?
I hate him so much. He's forget it. Such a brat. Suddenly else, yada yada yada. Your forehead. Yes, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack. You remember anything about who hit you? Well, like I said,
It was fast and powerful hit. So I think I was a little dazed for a while.
I think Mr. Delight even grasped what you were asking.
Yeah, I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself. Maybe that would knock some sense back into him. Elijah goes, I love him and his punchable face.
Something you don't, I don't know if you've seen Elijah, but at first Steph didn't understand what I was doing, but he has a tendency to like trail off muttering, and what they represent that by the text getting kind of transparent to show that he's sort of like muttering out. And I think it's super cool, but Steph was like, what is this?
I was so confused, like, why is it, like, I'm like, is this my computer to get it going wrong, or is this like thing? Like, it was really cool, so I'm like, oh, that's really cool, I like that.
We'll see if we can, like, I don't know if it will happen, like, when you talk to him, like, outside of trial. I don't know if it will happen in trial, but yeah, it's actually kind of like a cool effect. Like, I love it when, like, things play with these kinds of effects. Like, they're fun.
No, I agree. That was a really cool little effect. I like that a lot. That, could you please clarify what you were referring to? Why, my Master Mask costume, of course! Jesus Christ.
Wait just a moment. Master Mask?
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Master Mask! And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security!
What?
Nick, did you know about this? You never told me this.
I don't recall him ever mentioned this to me either.
Even I didn't know that. Seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets.
I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it until now. Wait, that's not right. That's not right. So you know how sometimes things just slip your mind?
Ha! My sixth sub.
There we go, red number 6.
Ha! My 6th cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly.
Anyway, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony.
Why were you dressed up as Master Mask?
Why? Because I'm Master Mask, of course.
What are you talking about? Master Mask trial's being held next door.
Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Master Mask issue. So I thought I should go as him just to be safe.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around in that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I'd expected.
Took a lot longer? What is he talking about?
What do you mean by took a lot longer? Oh, opening the safe? No! Run!
It's okay. All we're doing here is the murder charge. That's all we care about.
Oh, opening the safe, of course. My cape got caught in the safe door, you see. That's all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullard's body. Fucking idiot. I'm only hiding the murder victim's body. God damn it.
I have this notification, so I'm gonna send it anyways because it won't go away, so sorry.
Thank you for the sub, Snowy.
I subscribed ages ago, but
yeah,
the pop-up would not go away.
I thought it was just me like dancing right below him. I was just like, I'm hiding a murder victim's body.
What was that? Back up a second.
Yes?
You were the one that hid the body in the safe?
Well, yeah.
Inconceivable! Why? Just why? Why could you have? What were you thinking? Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts into the washing machine? What? The answer is simple. when they're on their 7th cup of coffee. Now give me 1 moment and I will be right back.
God. With that much coffee, though, maybe.
The answer is simple. When they take them off. As usual, I have no idea what you're saying.
Thank you, Judge.
Do you mean that Mr. Light hit the body because he's the murderer?
Ha! So you're not as stupid as you look.
His metaphor this time was really obscure.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you?
Oh, well, yes.
Why am I the only one not in the loop here? Witness, make sure to add this to your testimony.
Yes, sir. Looks like a storm front is moving in over the fair weather judge. I panicked and hid the body in the safe, so go 10 minutes.
Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway?
Well, because it wouldn't fit in the drawer.
Good answer, A+. He's got you there. It wouldn't fit in a drawer.
I hate everything. I hate everything. Oh,
You only hate it because you love it.
it's so good.
This is what talking to Steph is like. Yeah, that's true, Elijah.
I know how I feel sad.
Oh, Elijah, did you see the text thing? I don't know.
He's not wrong, but he's also a brat. Oh, that's so good. That's not exactly what I meant. When I saw that corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought, if they find this corpse, I'll think I did it.
What was... Let's see, I think they had a simpler... But what is the simpler reason, actually? Like, let's say you did the murder. Why is stuffing it in a safe a better idea?
Because so few
It's
people
gonna
can
get found anyways.
Ha! I think you had a simpler reason than that. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body. That certainly makes more sense.
Hold on. 10 minutes?
What is it, Nick?
I just had a thought. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. Under those circumstances, wouldn't you normally try to hide the body and spend a whole 10 minutes to do it?
Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh, murder! Hey Nick, if you think his behavior was so strange, why did you present some evidence that showed just what those circumstances were?
That's it. I'll take a look at the court record and provide some evidence.
We heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we?
There's not much in the testimony either.
Bet you he's still hiding something.
I wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to draw it out of him.
I just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Complicated? Him? The sweet angel boy?
Okay. So, if he was there at 1 o'clock, got knocked out, spent 10 minutes, it'd be at 1:10. The buzzer went off at 1:02. His head looks like a cinnamon roll. Yeah, you leave my sweet baby Ron alone. I think the buzzer record has something to do with this. There we go. Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record? And what might this be? The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, the security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m. What? If Mr. Rondelite truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way. Ha! Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there were security personnel in the building.
That idiot.
Up until a year ago, my client was working as the chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them. But, as it turns out, the guard never came. That was nothing more than coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend and wasn't there at the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight could have known. Poor Larry Butts.
Savage.
Again, remember who we're dealing with here.
It's sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off. This buzzer is extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is. Conscious? What do you mean by that? Oh god, not another saying of his. Oh, okay. Whew.
Fine. Let's hear your theory.
Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes. Unconscious? So he fainted. That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body.
So, what you're trying to say...
Mr. Light was knocked out and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right! Whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer. Order in the court! Mr. Wright, this is...
This is preposterous. It was the kid. Ron Delight is the one who killed Kane Bullard.
Then who pressed the buzzer?
It was the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button.
So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. What's your opinion of this, Mr. Wright? I need to prove the real criminal was there at the scene, but how? Can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard? Ooh, save that. I can prove it.
Oh yeah, you have headphones now. You can hear the music.
Oh, I mean, I hear it from the TV. The headphones are still primarily for your voice.
Oh.
And the problem with this game is you can't lower the volume enough so that it doesn't drown out both our voices if I put it in my headphone. The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. The piece of evidence that proves it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer is the buzzer itself. Yes!
Nailed it.
I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence that you were looking for. The emergency buzzer. It's the attorney's badge. You just know it. Yes, it is, Elijah. Is there some kind of clue on it? Absolutely not.
Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue. Now I'm the one who's clueless. This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally he would have left his fingerprints behind.
Ron Delight obviously wiped them off.
Why would he? A guard would have come up at any moment.
He touched that button. I know he did.
The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Mask the Mask. And Mask the Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have to wipe the button free of fingerprints? Order!
Huh. It would seem I've been forced to eat crow.
What?
That's an actual expression, I'm pretty sure, so...
What does it mean?
I'm pretty sure it just means, like, you have egg on your face.
Okay. What were you... what? What does that mean?
You don't know what having egg on your face is?
No!
It's like when you... It's basically like, I guess you screwed up.
Okay.
It's like, I'm forced to eat my own words, like, or
Okay.
like, kind of deal.
Gotcha. I don't think Steph is human. I can't prove or deny that.
I wonder what blend number crow flavored coffee is.
However, if the real killer was at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger?
Phoenix, my boy.
That shit-eating grin! What's with all this awkward silence all of a sudden?
Huh. It looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks.
Hello to you, Nick.
Just give me a moment to collect my thoughts. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullet around 1 a.m. And Mr. Ron Delight just happened... Oh, that's you.
Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right?
The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer.
Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond, huh? Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say. Very well, then.
Ho ho, you've got some guts. I like that in an opponent.
Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer? To find out what it did. No. They call a security guard.
It's like Maya.
It was like Maya. The killer knew if they pressed the button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted. Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose? Yes, although as it turned out, he never showed up.
Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time.
Ha! What a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to throw himself in.
No, I'm not. When the buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Ron Delight, who was out cold. And the third person, the real killer, whose outline was definitely not look at me. Just want to point that out. Hypothetically, yes. Now then, if this situation, if the real killer had made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Ron Delight. And if any security guards came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer! Yes, that's precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Ron Delight for murder. Don't say some bullshit right now. He literally just drank coffee to spit it out. Oh, he's extra.
He's something.
Order.
I said, I know there are people who love him. I'm not one of those people.
I mean, I love him. Don't get me wrong.
I can 100% enjoy how extra he is.
I love him. Don't get me wrong. He's such a meme. He's great.
Like, what? Actually, like, replaying, like he's not. I just remember being annoyed by like how mean. I remember just thinking like, why are you being so mean to me?
The funniest thing is like he's just like
he's not like obviously like Francisco is mean, but like she had a reason. This time I was just like, why are you being mean to me? And now that I'm playing through a second perspective, I'm like, okay, you're not as bad as I remember.
You're just an idiot. Oh shit, I just spilled water all over myself. This guy feels less mean than Edgeworth. Yeah. No, see, Godot is basically a He's basically a frat boy whose parent got him a job at a law office, who never quite learned how to actually do the job. So he's just like, oh yeah, preparation is lame. I'm just gonna go in there all haughty like.
He's not doing too bad, to be honest.
But like, listen. He's literally cruised his entire life. Never had to prepare a single thing ever. Never had to look at a piece of paper.
You're making a lot of assumptions.
And they're all correct. They're all correct.
We don't know anything about him right now, except for the fact he hates us. Like all the other attorneys, like they hated us, sure, but they had reasons to. I was just like, sir, what? When I was first playing, I was just like, sir, why are you doing this to me?
Do we eventually find out why he hates us?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, he's not as mean as Edgeworth. He's just an idiot, in my opinion, and I love him. Ha! It would seem. He's not been mean. He's just been proving his point that you're a dumbass.
I've been made to eat my words once again.
Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee.
Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it trying to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one who only messed up.
Nick, you mean the real killer is?
We're gonna drag that person in here right now.
But who is it?
I don't have any solid proof yet, but I think about it. The real killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard. Now let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Ron Delight for the murder of Kane Bullard? Are we have to say his wife?
It was Pearls.
It was Pearls! Are we gonna say his wife?
Steph, you know this answer.
I know. I want to say look at, but like the problem is it feels so misleading as to be like, oh yeah, like she knew about it. Look at me didn't know about the blackmail, did he? Like, which I think is his job as a lawyer. Fair enough. Detective, look at me. He's the only one who could have done it.
Ace Detective.
Look at me. You mean Master Mask did it? Your Honor, the person being tried in court next to us is not Master Mask at all. He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard. Jesus Christ, where are we going with this?
All over the place, baby. Buckle in.
Order, Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Theft and murder, which is the more serious crime. They're not even close. Murder is the more serious crime, of course. It's a capital crime, subject to the capital punishment. Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would. When Look At Me confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom. Of course, a famous detective was unmasked as, well, as Mask the Mask. Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along. To be found guilty. Mask the Mask had a perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordy Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Mask the Mask was Luke Atmey's airtight, watertight, unassailable alibi. a guilty verdict as an alibi. That's so freaking wild.
You know, it's almost time.
For what?
For Luke Atmey's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial after all. If we're gonna stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course. That's assuming you have proof the detective was the one who committed the murder.
Mr. Luke Atmey's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we're here to intrude and provide adequate proof that he's a true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal.
Am I really sure about this?
Huh.
A bet's only good when your life's on the ante.
Mr. Wright, I believe you! Mr. Dwight. Oh, so please, I'm begging you! How was that for your ears, Katie?
It cut out, so actually it worked out really, really well.
Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this?
Phoenix.
What was that?
Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust.
That voice! It sounds like... Mia! Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess!
Huh. So that's your answer, huh?
Very well, I've decided that as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Atmey to the stand. Yes, Your Honor. Wait, what? Well, Sir Detective Atmey? I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly. Oh no, Sir Detective Atmey, you were the one who... That's enough! This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. The court finds the defendant, Luke Atmey. Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet, please! Well, Sir Lawyer, welcome to my courtroom. Who is this hoster, eh? My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man. Look at me. Accusation? You accuse Mask the Mask! That man is not Mask the Mask. He's a ruthless murderer. What? Oh, no, wait, wrong voice. What was his voice again?
You can make up whatever you want for him.
Brother, what?
I forgot what his voice was. I made it like a second ago. Oh, we have the two
okay, you'll have time to workshop it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see that judge again. We'll never.
Yeah, they just made a new sprite for no reason. Don't worry about it.
Wait, really? Are we gonna see him again?
Don't worry about it. They just made a new sprite for no reason.
Great.
My sis!
I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice.
So then, she's still alive, inside your heart. Clearly she's dead. Nicky boy.
Oh, Mr. Light.
Is it true that that detective is the real killer?
To be honest, we don't have any definite proof. But he's the only one who could have done it.
But wasn't he at the Lordly Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atmey want to kill Kane Bullard?
Oops, it's about time. Better get back to the courtroom. I need to find some solid proof, and it's gotta happen sooner rather than later. Jesus Christ. We're just swinging this.
Yeah, you were giving Godot a lot of shit earlier stuff.
Now that the court is back in session, Mr. Look At Me, please take the stand. Well, how do you do, Sir Lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet, not when it would have given you a perfect alibi. And an alibi by the name of Mask the Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Look at Me has no idea what you mean. Of course I have been in the next courtroom since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could have known what's going on in here. You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Mask the Mask. Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, even as they gave up their generous rewards upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. So he continues to say that you are, in fact, Mask the Mask. Of course. Very well then, Look at Me. Let's begin with a simple question. On October 12th, at 1 a.m., Kimball was murdered. Where were you at the time? One without knowledge lacks the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge. Thanks.
Alright, Mr. Atme, the night of the murder. Speak. We're all ears.
As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. God, I hate his chin. I just want to punch him in his chin so like become a flat chin. No more clef. I was stealing the urn as Mask the Mask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. At the time of which the camera captured Mask the Mask was the same time as the murder. Actually, there was 4 minutes difference, so who knows? It seems the main point of the discussion would be the photo of the crime scene. Everything else up until now was part of his plan. There has to be a secret in this picture as well. Even the great Mask the Mask cannot be in 2 places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Unfortunately, Mr. Atme, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know that he's a fool. I took that one from the prosecutor last year.
I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick.
The only thing that's full of it is his alibi! Wait a moment.
Steph's figuring something out. Steph's going big brain mode.
I'm trying to make the connection because here's what it is. So the Amy Faye statue was in front of the was in front of the paint and the mess in the paint, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was moved. It was moved the night the theft happened.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't necessarily mean this is fake. But what it can mean, it was taken the morning after. Because the box is actually clean. This box is not the box of the urn, because the urn itself was in a box that was pink. Okay. Let's continue going on with this. So this photograph is proof, correct? Indeed it is. And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. And that's why I'm called Mask the Mask. But conveniently, that also means there's no real way to tell who it really is. What do you mean? Ha! Are you saying this is in fact not
Look at me. That could be an accomplice dressed up as Master Mask to create an alibi.
Oh, what an interesting idea. Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice?
No.
Maybe. Who?
Who would the accomplice be?
It was obviously Master Mask, though.
No,
No, it wasn't Adrian Andrews. I'm gonna give it up for now.
if there's a murder, that means the Master's picture has to be fake.
And it really was an accomplice.
But right now, I have no idea who it was.
I don't have any idea right now either.
Baseless objections are just what this guy wants. There's gotta be a good way around it. I'm gonna find it.
I think it might have been him just the day after, basically. I've had more than enough time to prepare, yada yada yada.
I believe Agent Andrews hired you at one point.
That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken.
You sent the calling card to Lordy Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right?
Indeed, there was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target.
I see you're truly evil, aren't you?
Yes, evil is what I am.
Hey Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Dr. Batman was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But Baron was stolen from the Lordly trailer while he was the only one watching it. You have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona.
You know, that's true. Kind of odd. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here, is that correct?
Indeed it is. That is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime.
The very thing that proves you committed the crime. When you think about it, it's really odd. You see that almost as if you had this picture taken on purpose. He was simply caught by the very camera he had set up.
Did you just hear what you said?
We all have taste like that.
oh gosh, Phoenix, haven't you ever like set up a camera and been like, oh my god, I didn't pay attention to where I pointed the camera and I got myself caught doing crime, oopsie doopsie. Indeed, it turned out that there was no such thing as a perfect crime after all. I got myself instead of doing what I must and stealing for the money. Life is truly an ironic thing, a sad blue melody.
So I better gather more information for now. If he's truly the killer, there's gotta be something phony in that photo. About the camera that took this photograph.
Oh, come on now, it's clear what you're thinking.
Huh?
You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you?
I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lordy Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lordy Taylor's staff that printed the picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way the picture could have been altered.
I see.
It looks like I better find something else that could be suspicious.
Oh, is this alibi false?
It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Buller at KB Security.
But I'm not really spotting anything unusual.
There are two possibilities. Either the master mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. Isn't there also like a list when the photos got camera data? The Rare's camera went off around 1 a.m. on the night of the crime. So it's not taken the day after, but it went off at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime.
trying to think how he can be at two places at once. How he's faking this? Because like, here's the thing, right? He doesn't have an accomplice. I don't think he has an accomplice. I think the photo is fake somehow. And I'm not sure how. Thank you for the lurk, Hamrun. I hope you're having a great time. Hey, hey.
Let me know if you ever need me to check my memory.
Yeah. I'm gonna present the box. It would make sense. It's all pink. Nope. Oh shit! I should probably save real quick. Put on the cat ears for 10 minutes, King Shadow Gaming. Thank you, yeah. Cat ears for 10 minutes. Katie, how beautiful are these cat ears she chose out for me?
Oh, gorgeous, obviously.
Thank you. 10 minutes, cat ears, let's go. Yeah!
I still stand by that they're like the cutest kind I could have found for you.
Got little ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-lings.
Yeah, it even has bells, like come on now.
Yeah, it's got little ding-a-ling-a-lings. See, the problem is I want to try to prove the photo false, right? And I have evidence to prove the photo false. The problem is I don't know how to prove it false. Oh, now I can do this.
Yeah.
Are you implying this picture is a fake? You bet I am! There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place, and there's something in the photo that doesn't match my memory of that night. Very well, let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph did you find funny? The paint. The funny part is right here. Why, this is a blood stain. Ah, blood. Now this case is getting interesting. Not exactly. The stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just paint. And peach color at that.
Good job, Judge. You got it.
Mm-hmm. From blood to peaches, this judge sure loves going on his wild tangents. The problem with this photograph is not that the paint. The problem is that when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse, it turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Well, Mr. Wright, what is supposed to be there instead of the paint? The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following.
Well, there is good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. I realized that the statue would be the perfect size, just covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it.
I myself was there the night of that theft. And saw the statue in that spot. Hey there, Pokesheep, I'll definitely take a look soon. If this picture was truly taken that night, then the statue should have been there.
But when I went there myself after the theft, that statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner.
Perhaps it was somehow accidentally pushed there. Your Honor, the statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to shove it that distance.
Ah, in that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why the statue was moved that night?
Can you do it, Nick?
Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it? Well, that's right. I hope you're prepared with your answer. Excuse me.
Don't die.
I did a little bit.
Now then, who was the one who moved the golden statue the night of the crime? Oh, come on! Ah! I mean, I guess look at me, huh? The one who moved the statue is none other than Look at Me! Come now, Sir Lawyer. There you go again with one of your strange illusions. Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange illusions? It's very simple. The witness was the only one in that basement warehouse that night. That is indeed very simple, however. Why would I want to move a heavy golden statue?
Just move the golden statue. Here's where the real battle begins.
Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move the statue?
This can be found here in the photograph. Look at me. You pretended to be masked to mask to create an alibi by showing that you were more detailing that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If you had been there, your lie would be exposed like a cheap film at a drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue.
A single fatal flaw?
Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. Just where in the picture does this fatal flaw lie?
In the statue itself, because the statue... Is this the Ron... Yeah, this is the Ron Stoppable case. It sounds like... Because, like, the sword was taken off, right? Yeah, it's a sword. The line in this photo is somewhere around here.
Oh, god damn it. I think you need to take a gander at your local mirror.
As the Yiddish proverb goes, a half-truth is a whole lie. Keep lying like this and you'll be the one on trial.
Oh man, now they're calling me a liar. Okay, hold on. There's some reason the culprit didn't want to see the proof. At least that's what I thought. I'll ask you again, Mr. Trite. Just where does this lie exist?
I cannot save. I cannot save. No! I was thinking it might be the paint because if the sword had been moved, right? The lie is Mask the Mask! Are you saying that this mask is a fake?
Ha! You know, I really wish you would start acting more responsibly.
Huh?
The current question is, why was the golden statue moved? So what possible connection could there be with Master Mask identity?
Oh, buggers! Your face has "oh buggers" written all over it. No!
Rip.
Looking for a longest trial, lawyers are any need to decide this case against the defendant. Extremely clear. Here's the facts. The court finds the defendant guilty.
Ripperoni.
Oh, bugger. Can I get an F in the chat?
F.
God, I gotta figure that one out. What in the phone? Oh. So it wasn't too far.
Ron has to be stopped, exactly.
What is the fatal flaw?
I would guess.
That timer off for the here's by the way, 29 seconds, nice. You leave my darling boy alone. Elijah's really defending Ron like no tomorrow. All right, alarms off. Cat ears are off. Just look at me. What is the reason?
I believe in you.
Naturally, the lines in the photos the timestamp. What do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, look at me with the KB security and murdered King Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to have been at Lordy Taylor at this time. This infuriates me. Let me tell you why. Right? We're trying to disprove that he was there, right? Just like we're trying to disprove he's there by making the assumption that he wasn't there. But Phoenix, I love you, Phoenix, but what does this have to do with the statue? I'm actually legitimately confused myself. What's that to do with the statue? Thank you, Judge. Remember, if you will, Your Honor, when was this statue placed besides the warehouse store? Well,
the statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime, and it was placed there in order to cover up the paint.
Exactly. Lugami had already decided on the time he was going to kill the victim. And so in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. That's exactly what I actually thought about. I'm not going to lie. I said that before.
What the?
Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to that basement warehouse yet. Ah, so on the day of the crime, Mr. must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak.
Phoenix. What?
You're not Godot. Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there
He's
happened.
an art major, though.
Say again?
What?
Say again?
He is an art major, though.
He is an art major. Good, yeah. Has been brought down to a place where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Look At Me had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match the way he had been in the photo. Yeah! Order, Luke. Mr. Rammies, it's true. One moment, Your Honor. Oh, one moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this? I'm gonna stop the judge's voice real quick.
Yeah, don't die.
Yeah, I'm not gonna... My throat's not feeling great, so I'm not gonna do the judge's voice. I'll do it differently. I'm like, oh, what is that? You know, I'll do that voice. No, I'm kidding.
How is that less grating?
Oh, no, the specific grating part is the growl. That's the part that bothers my throat. Otherwise, I'm perfectly fine. With going deep and stuff, like, okay, that's fine, you know? But doing the growl is what hurts me. Okay, is she babies? What's that? The data from the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera indeed go off the night of the crime. It's true the camera had been set up by the Lord & Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage the data was yours, and that alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data. Order! Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this? Oh, please don't do it. Godot, I warned you about making me wait. Now put the coffee down. My 11th cup. I've promised to drink no more than 17 during a trial.
I feel like he's drank more than that.
I know, right? Which means I'm still good to the last drop. However, the defense has a very good point. A good point? So what? We are all but travelers on the road of infinite point. You fucking philosophical bastard. He has a good point that could prove a man innocent and prevent him from getting murdered by the government. So what? I go through many points a day, like which blend of coffee to use. Sometimes I go for the Godot 17 special. Sometimes I go for the Godot 18 special. They are very different points, no more important than the one the defense is making now. Forget the fact that a man's life is on the line. We don't care about that in this courtroom. What we care about is the fact that this deep, dark, bitter coffee slides down my gullet. Gulp, 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 gulp.
God.
And I know who I hate more, Godot or Ron. That's a good fucking question.
I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points.
So you say the photograph was taken ahead of time, and that the statue was moved in order to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied. Which is? This is my 12th cup of coffee. That it's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams. That's very true. No way, don't fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. Damask. Yes. If there's no funny business in your actions as Master Mask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So, let's hear it. They have crap dialogue and both look like rejected JoJo characters. Oh shit, that was brutal. Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn. I first received a request from Lordy Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in the box in Safari. I was sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. I then handled security myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th.
That's pretty much all the stuff we've heard before, isn't it?
Yeah, but we'll find the truth in the nuggets of information he gave.
Linus, you sure there's no mistakes this time? Safari!
Yes or no? Safari.
Safari! Understood.
Understood. Have a nice day.
You can begin your cross-examination. I mean, to a degree, isn't everyone here just a reject JoJo character? King Shadow Gaming?
Put a hat on Phoenix and he kind of looks apart.
So you were asked to guard the urn by Miss Adrian Andrews, is that right?
Indeed, it seemed that they had heard of my... What?
Zavarkling.
Indeed, it seems they heard of my Zavarkling reputation. I see Miss Andrews is still attracting the weirdos. You better watch out too, Maya.
You mean this box?
Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn, and she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me.
Interesting new tidbit. So, you're sure that you had never seen the urn before?
Indeed, you may ask Lady Andrews to confirm yourself. For yourself? I missed like 2 words there.
The stand is called Cross-Examination Requiem, Jesus Christ.
My security was focused entirely on the entrance to that warehouse. However, look at me! Let no information whatsoever slip through my fingers.
You mean this calling card?
That's right! That is, without a doubt, my calling card.
I guess Mr. Delight didn't make this after all.
Of course, because Atomy knew about the emblem. Making this card authentic would have been child's play for him. Then, no one entered the basement warehouse.
Unfortunately, there were many different treasures being taken there. Thus, for a period of approximately 5 days, people were indeed going in and out of the warehouse. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th.
Actually, it was 12:58 a.m. Fucking contradiction, brah.
And this is the photo that proves that, huh? Indeed, to be honest, even if the photo was taken, I didn't think it would matter terribly much.
Hey Nick, if this photo is a fake, Detective Atme might have stolen the urn whenever this was taken.
That's true. You know, he's been saying that he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he's been lying there, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it.
No, yeah, I see where this one's going.
Not a lot to go on, is there?
The detective's been covering his tracks. There's only one thing we need to prove his cross-examination, that he took this photo well before the actual night of the crime.
Alright then, how do we do that?
There's one thing Amy stated very clearly, that he had never seen the urn before he stole it.
We need to prove that he's lying.
He is lying. I'll tell you why he's lying, guys. His card says, take good care of that speckled urn, won't you? Here's the thing. The urn originally didn't have any speckles on it. It only had speckles on it after Adrian Andrews broke it in the pink thing. So he had to have seen it before to know it had speckles on it. I'm gonna save just in case though.
Because I'm terrified of this. Present. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Mr. Atme, if you're really Master Mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course!
Is there a problem with that calling card?
Allow me to read a passage from this calling card that Master Mask had written. Take good care of the Speckled Urn. Now, the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn. Yes, that is true. But so what? Truth be told, there's no way Master Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains? And these are not these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to the Lordy Tailor.
I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite.
The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to human error, or should I say, an error-prone human. Poor Agent Andrews.
Rip.
And that's when the pink paint got on the urn.
You can't be serious.
And yet, this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern, which means Detective Atme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he had it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water. Jesus Christ, okay. Witness, do you have anything to say to that yourself? Nah. That did it. He's broken.
Aw, Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory pose.
Damn it. Huh?
Ha! It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days.
Conviction, you say?
Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Master Mask, and now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle?
That's a good point. No, I don't fall for that too, Your Honor.
You say Look At Me was the one who killed Kane Bullard. Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that?
An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright, motive. But you, my merry murderous motive manifest. Words, oh my god.
Nick, he's getting a second wind, and he's doing alliteration.
If he prepared an alibi and pinned the crime on Ron Light, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder.
The only one with any motive we've seen is Ron Delight. Isn't that right, Detective?
Indeed, according to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Without a motive, it's certainly possible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can land
Really? You seem to have done it like a lot.
And we honor to Sir Old Timer. Do everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our... Oh, God. Okay. I don't think that actually came through on the actual thing because it came off my computer, not my TV. Sorry about that. I will refund you those points, but I think it's just a funky thing with text-to-speech. Actually, text-to-speech should be off for this game. Hold on. Boop. There we go. Look at me, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistook who he was. Mr. Bullard, who wrote the blackmail letter, sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he's Master Mask. That is why Mr. Bullard sought to fit to kill. Mr. Delight sought to fit to kill Kane Bullard. Truly a tragedy. The victim, Kane Bullard, Blackmail the defendant. This is the
blackmail letter found at the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter.
What? Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination. See, here's the thing here. I realized this just now. His ring has a red diamond, or gem, or whatever. Mr. Bullard says he'll take the red diamond you received the other day instead. The problem with this is, of all the things Ron swole, he swole the Tear of Enemon, which is a jewel. And that Tear of Enemon is blue. Ron never stole a red diamond. That was, in fact, Mr. Zavari himself who stole it in an unnamed escapade. Which means King Bullard knows it was. Anyways, that's my theory so far.
Interesting theory.
And who in the world is it going to prove that?
I will. After doing a thorough background check of Detective Atme and Kane Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report.
Perhaps they were connected through their work. They both involved security.
Nope.
That was one. In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight.
Mistook.
That's right, mistook. From the Old Norse mistaka, meaning to take an error. Is that actually true? That's not what I meant. Just who did the victim mistake Master be? Why, the answer is obvious. Ron Delight, of course.
What a wipe a smug look off this guy's face.
Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Mask? Don't you already know that? Survive! Take a look at this newspaper. Oh, the infamous Tear of Enemon, a magnificent jewel. That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also...
Mistaka is actually the origin Old Norse.
Oh, that's cool. Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant. The defendant! The victim clearly misread this article, and Zafari got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mask. Hey Elijah, how are you feeling about this guy like absolutely diss tracking your boy? Huh? How you feeling about that, Elijah? I see. That was it.
That was an unusually reasonable deduction.
You mean this blackmail letter right here? It says bring $50,000. And the handwriting is without a doubt the victim's.
There's no mistake. We've made an official report to prove it.
But I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere. An addressee?
This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment. And Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant.
I wonder.
What's up, Nick?
I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight?
Well, do you have any evidence of that?
For some reason, I just can't shake this feeling that there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied? No. How many more of these are there? Oh my god, I've seen more, okay. What do you mean by that? Oh my, I'm certainly sure you're already aware. Zavai! Kill security! What was his voice again?
What happened to your voice?
What was his voice again?
It's like you put on like 5 different auto-tune filters at once.
KV Security has a lot of security info for sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief, I stole the data from the company. My friend Jojo again. King Bullard had yet to forgive young Mr. Delight, which is why he sent him that letter upon mistakenly believing him he was a thief.
Here's the file we discovered in Mr. Bullard's office. Evidence that Mr. Bullard had received money through blackmail.
Now what? However, this is a bit odd. Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullard the money, even though he wasn't actually Master Mask? On that point, there was an unfortunate bit of chance.
Do you really think that story's gonna hold up?
The assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid. What do you mean by that?
I have a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight. Ronnie thinks he's Master Mask. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him. Huh. Well, Mr. Trite.
Is he trying to act like Mr. Delight just now?
I thought it was actually pretty convincing.
Hey newbie, you're doing good. How about you, my friend? That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill King Bullard. Truly a tragedy. Let me give a quick shout out to Newbie. Hey Newbie, how you doing today, my dude? You good for last one? Yeah, I'm doing bad voice impressions and Katie's doing good ones. That's what we're doing today. Now that's just your imagination talking. Come now, Sir Lawyer, I'm afraid imagination isn't the right word for it. This is a deduction, the result of carefully applied reasoning. We hear the careful reasoning for ourselves. It's a long story, and better save for another time. Very long another time. Those so-called long stories aren't usually that long. At least I'm not my experience.
We're gonna try and connect Detective Atney to Mr. Bullard, right?
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully it won't require surgery either.
In that case, we'll have to talk about the blackmail.
That's true. Was that blackmail letter intended for Ron?
Since we don't have enough information, we should press him for more testimony.
Maybe I should be able to shake some contradictions loose that way. Do I have to go through all these again? God damn it. I'm just gonna go through it. Because like sometimes things come at different times. It's like, F off. No, I'm just gonna present there. I'm gonna do my best to not die. Painful death. 'Cause that's what happens in the game. You die if you fail. There we go! Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atney? Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright. When you said this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction?
I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that.
You want to talk?
At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you've got there, Junior?
Punch me right now.
Punch me right now as I drink my 17th cup of coffee.
Indeed, time to man up, Mr. Wright. Show us the connection to the evidence. How do I show his ring? That's the problem. Punch me harder, Daddy. Jesus Christ.
Ha! A little 2-1 punch like that wouldn't even faze me.
think you mean 1-2 punch. Mr. Right. Try thinking about things more. No, wait, it says the red jewel. It says the red jewel.
What did you present though?
I presented the blackmail letter.
So you presented the blackmail letter for the contradiction of the blackmail?
Yes.
I don't know if that's the right thing to present.
Yeah, it obviously wasn't. Must be hard, Daddy. Hey, what? I'm gonna present Kane Bullard's list next because that's the red diamond's not on there. No. Can I just? Thank you. What do I give as a contradiction now? I think he's right. You're walking. I am a walking contradiction. Thank you very much. The thing about this is, it mentions a red diamond, right?
Mm.
He never stole a red diamond. He stole a blue one. Take a good look at this. Oh, come on. There's so much info. Like, stop. Time out. You are being so specific here. So specific.
Okay, hold on.
The tier of Enemon was in the list. The red diamond wasn't.
Well, you don't know that that's like.
No, we
that
do. I'm gonna fucking fight this game. I will give it the good old 1-2 and punch it in the face.
I mean, the worst is like in like AA5 or whatever. There's like a part where it's like prove that this person couldn't have left fingerprints, and the person's wearing gloves, and that's not the answer. And that one made me real mad. Or was it AA6? It was one of those.
So you're telling me
No, it was
that
AA5.
you had to prove someone could not leave fingerprints, and the answer was not they are currently and always do wear gloves, therefore they could not have left fingerprints.
Correct. Or oh wait, no, it was actually it was like it was something contradicting fingerprints or
Okay.
something. And like the evidence was like, well, it couldn't have been them because they always wear gloves, but then no. Cuz like it wasn't that it was their fingerprints, it was just something about fingerprint or something like smudge fingerprints. I can't remember what it was exactly, but I remember being like, "Oh, she's wearing gloves." Click, and then they're like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "What?"
I'm gonna fight the
I was
writers.
like, it was like one of those like point out the weird thing, and so I remember now. It was like a point out the weird thing here, so I put it on the gloves because how could fingerprints be if gloves? And then that wasn't it, and I was like, what?
I'm gonna fight the writers. Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the tear of Emanon, the stolen jewel. What about it? The problem is this jewel's color. Color. I'm not much for discussing color. Oh, God. I'm not much for discussing color myself. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, the totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Red! Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the tier of Enemon that Master Mask stole at all.
And your point is, Mr. Trite. So you're trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else. That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite?
That's what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Right?
Well, is that what you're trying to say? Right, Nick?
Yes! This is who Cable was actually blackmailing. Mask the mask! No. I'm marking in my journal. Nice. If it doesn't leave fingerprints, it could be a spirit or a Raiju. Good point there, Doobie. Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? Like, do you think I have a red diamond that may be, for example, on a ring clearly displayed at this current moment?
Be right back for a second.
Alright, we'll see you in a second, Katie. You've been personally involved in every single Mask the Mask case. And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward.
A jewel.
Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. That is the diamond referred to in this letter, which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you. Order in the court. Order, I say.
It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite.
Uh-oh, I don't like the way you said that.
Kane Bullard blackmailing, look at me. Are you for real?
Yes, I am.
Nick, come on! Say that to him!
Then
answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want... Welcome back. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world.
Yes, it certainly does.
Yes, it certainly does. Kane Bullard threatened to make Look At Me's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So what was that identity?
Atme killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid his secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret?
This is where it all comes down to, Nick.
The identity Look At Me wanted to keep the secret is identity as Mask the Mask. Look At Me was Mask the Mask. Wait, what? What?
That's my line.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's my line too. Listen up, you. This is what you've been saying up to this point in time. The witness pretended to be Mask the Mask in order to pin the murder on the defendant. In which case, you'll want to insist upon and beyond the day you die that Ron Delight was in fact Mask the Mask.
I'm gonna say that sudden change of heart doesn't reflect well on you. Oh, no, but he was.
Nick, Mr. Dwight was the one who's actually Mask the Mask.
Okay, I'll try thinking about this again.
Jeez.
He didn't want to hide his. But do we have proof he's a blackmailer anywhere?
Well, why did you pick Mask the Mask originally?
Because I feel like he was a fake Mask the Mask, right? And took the thing and then gave it back.
Do you remember what Ron said about his heist?
That they were planned by someone else. Which would mean that... But Kane Bullard is the one who planned them, isn't he? Or is it... Save? I can't save. Looks like we're gonna go through all three of these, baby.
I don't want to say it too much.
Say again?
I don't want to like just give you the answer, so I'm gonna shut up.
That's fair. Look at Me was a blackmailer.
Objection.
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Look at Me. Are you saying At Me was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
You have to admit, that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Look at Me, but Ron the Light was being blackmailed by a certain someone. So you start receiving blackmail letters after the incident? Yeah, it was just a few days after the Tear of Venomon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail, and I received the plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean Ron Light was actually Master Mask. That's what we're claiming. Someone else came up with these plans and had Mr. Light steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Look at Me. Silence! Now I see it's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you? You say Look at Me, was blackmailing Ron the Light. In which case, I would naturally know about all the stations of Master Mask. Well, yes. Ron the Light started receiving plans for his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when I committed the first crime. Good point. You certainly wouldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence.
During the first crime, how did Look at Me know that Ron Light was Master Mask? I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention. What? What do you mean? This newspaper clipping.
Nice burn, Phoenix.
I know, right? It was really good. It has a picture of you and Ron the Light in his guard uniform. It seems that Master Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket. That sounds far too stupid to be true. Correct! With tricks like that, he could have fooled a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. At Me. That's when you learned that under his mask, Master Mask was really Ron the Light. What the what is this with Master Mask? Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud, trying to pass himself off as an ace detective. Why you? How dare you expose me like that? Why I mean I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective, and I'm also Master Mask. Why can't you understand that? I only look crazy and insane for no reason. I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You are a blackmailer and a murderer, and that is your true identity. Why you? How dare you come to lowly deaths? Why can't you do something with yourself with those big mouth views? You're all fool, I say. Nothing you can compare to the cheese. You really do so scrappy. Crazy. There's nothing that handle the blackmail facts in my happen. It's only enough to make one laugh. It would seem we finally have reached the real answer.
Quite a performance by Mr. At Me.
Mammoth, please prepare another cell for Mr. At Me. What? Why? He just basically admitted it.
A hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling.
Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge.
No, you're literally not the judge.
You don't get get much more in your face than that.
That's a good mania-filled laugh. Thank you, newbie.
It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite. But what do you? It's true that you have proven a lot of things. Things like Lugami's a filthy blackmailer. And that he was at Lord Taylor the night of the murder. And he wasn't Lord Taylor the night of the murder. That's right, that's why he's the one who killed. But there's still one thing you have yet to prove.
What's that?
Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove this pitiful excuse for a man with a KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered. No way!
Order in the court. Well, Mr. Wright.
This is it. This is the final round. I've got to prove that Atme was at Buller's office on that night.
What? Can you really prove that?
That's long enough, Mr. Trite. I want your answer. That night, look at me with a KB security and the defense.
There's one piece of evidence we haven't used yet.
And I can prove it.
The defense can prove it with evidence. Are you sure?
Ha! Don't worry, I'll watch over you as you break down and fall to pieces.
Well, let's see some of this proof.
Okay.
This is still bent. It's been used. The only person that's been hit is Ron, though. This is the proof.
Oh, fuck.
It's true, that's very important. However, and that's foolish to think. Okay. Never mind that.
The flavor of special Godot blend number 49.
Oh, Mr. Wright.
It's bitter. Very bitter.
Okay. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to do the whole thing. Hold on. God dang, I had to go through the whole cutscene.
But you did get coffee thrown on your head.
I did get coffee thrown on my head. That's true.
Hot coffee right on your head.
That is a second-degree burn.
Yep. Poor Phoenix.
Yeah, poor Phoenix.
You can see Godot does do bodily harm by throwing ceramic mugs full of hot coffee at people. So, you know, around Francisca level.
Yeah.
Maybe we're depending on how hot it is.
I could use the buzzer.
I think
It was either the buzzer or nothing happened. So I'm gonna go with can't prove it just to see what happens. I can't prove it. Just as I thought. But if we hear more Detective Atme's testimony...
Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trite.
What do you mean?
I won't allow for any more testimony, that's what I mean.
What?
Have you forgotten? Look at me is here after we interrupted his own trial, and you have failed to prove he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as Master Mask.
No. Well, now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out after the end, after all. I am the ace detective as well as the Master Mask. My verdict can verify it. Just as Ron Delight will verify that he is a true murderer. I declare that with this full force of my eighth detectiveness. Is that also the wrong answer? I was curious. Order in the court. It's enough deliberation over this witness. I can't believe it. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then it'll be far too late.
Huh? Well, why?
Double Jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Double Jeopardy.
Should the defendant be tried and found innocent in the courtroom, the defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. That's a fundamental rule of all courts. I actually think that's a real thing in, like, America, isn't it?
Yeah, Double Jeopardy's thing.
Okay.
I think in real life it's a little more specific. It's like you can't be tried for the same crime provided that there's no new evidence. Like I
Okay.
think if new evidence comes up, you're allowed to retry someone, but it's not. You can't just like keep cycling through the same. Like you can't like try and get them like 5 times in a row, just hoping that the jury will decide differently one time.
Gotcha. As it applies to this witness, which applies to everyone else.
Mr. Atme will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as mask to mask, which means
He will be innocent as the murderer at Cane Bullard is concerned.
No way!
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atme's guilt of the crime means that he will never be tried again as Cane Bullard's murderer. Whoa! Now there's nothing I could possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Look At Me, will go free. You cross-examine every statement by the witness is made here today, and as long as there's no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare there will be no more further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Look At Me. Oh, who's that?
I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, was this was on your report card every year.
It's Mia, baby. Let's go.
Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you know?
Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you?
Mia Ex Machina!
A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets.
That voice. No way.
Long time no see, Phoenix.
Mia! Coming in to save the day literally every time that I just fuck up. Oh my god, how would I have ever seen this coming? This is the true power of the Korean channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now she's my mentor, Mia Fey.
Now, let's do this.
But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine.
Not yet. The testimony's not over yet.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Yes, that's true, but...
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks.
Well now, sir lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as the master mask. My verdict will verify this. This is Ron will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare this to the full force of my ace detectiveness. Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well, then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination.
Jesus Christ.
At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Is that all right with you, prosecutor?
Is something the matter, Mr. Godot? Nothing. Oh, sir, lawyers, looks like you're one step too late. Do you think such falsehoods would do anything to me? Look at...
let's hear it.
Huh?
It's true the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear the last bit of cross-examination.
Mr. Godot, what are you? Very well then, Mr. Look At Me. I'm going to allow this defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
Defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer.
So please give us one last bit of testimony.
Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance.
Yes, Chief. Alright. It is 10:05, which is the very end of it. I don't think it's going to be like shorter than 10-15 minutes. That we're gonna be here?
I think it might be.
Oh, really?
You won't have many chances in this cross-examination for the trial to not instantly end.
Okay, fair enough.
Go. I think we can.
Indeed, it's true that I was on Lori Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what had informed me that the true culprit was Ron DeLight. And thanks to the key card in the wallet, I was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The buzzer did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. DeLight was wearing his mask outfit, which is why. Oh my god. Or Jewel, Zafari. I'm just gonna skip through that. Therefore, it's not 11 points on our poor boy. Oh my god, it's so much words. Well, they're pretty well. This earlier remarks did not appear to have been hastily prepared. All the points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course! But how did you know the emergency buzzer? The police investigation documents went directly through me. And I have always looked over all the documents, telemetry, sir lawyer. Grr.
Are you gonna make even more trouble for us now, sir lawyer?
I will not allow any of your unusual shenanigans to write. Yes, Your Honor. Cannot postpone Luke Atmy's trial any longer. This is your last chance. Hang on 1 second, just one chance?
Seems the party's about to begin.
Oh, Phoenix?
Phoenix? Don't talk over me, Phoenix. I'm encouraging you.
Yeah. There's any evidence that contradicts with the testimony.
So it would seem.
What do you mean, so it would seem?
Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it.
Cup number 17. Last cup. It seems that the time has come to put this trial to an end.
I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony. And I need to point it out without presenting evidence? Which means all I can do is find the contradiction, remark, and press it.
Remember, you only get one chance.
Oh my god.
So save.
So save, yeah. I'm gonna save and press everything, guys. I had to leave to see what's value for a job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. But he wears gloves. Mr. Atmy, about this last remark.
You still don't get it, do you, Trike? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every last statement.
What?
I said this before. There's still one thing you haven't proven. That the scum was in King Buller's office that night. And now, time for my last cup of tea. That's right, I'll hold you.
That wasn't it? What?
Wasn't it?
Ah. God damn it. God damn it. Hold on. Did we ever tell him that? Mr. Abney, about this last remark.
Objection.
Nope, I guess that's not it either.
Nope, don't load.
What?
Don't load. Go back.
Back? Time to be pressing this on every little statement. Oh!
Take you out. I was like, don't stop.
I'm afraid you're the one who doesn't get it, Mr. Goodell. What? Mr. Abney, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. How can you say that? Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Abney? The butler did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his mask and mask outfit. Is that correct? Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. I'm sorry.
Got him.
I know, right? I mean, that is foolproof. You know, the fool didn't notice it, you know? It's all good. I'm sorry, whatever do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get real thirsty. When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delight was dressed as Master Mask when he entered the scene of the crime? That was, it was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Huh? Oh, I only read the mention before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Whoa. That's right, the defendant had yet to tell anyone about this fact before the morning. Therefore, the only people who should know this are those who've been watching this trial. You understand now, Detective Atney? There's no way you should have known about that. You were in the next courtroom being tried as Master Mask. So then enlighten us, just how did you know about this piece of information? Well...
Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand.
And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atney to have found that out.
Only one way, you say?
Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, I was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker. There's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was looking at me.
It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head.
Just what are you implying?
Mr. Delight saw the real killer. Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight.
Impossible.
Divide! Detective Atney, you saw Master Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. He's just so sick of this. Whoa! Take a good luck, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my juice, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. That's the same line you gave yesterday. But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. What an awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Look At Me, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, Look At Me tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to try to escape his true crime. In that end, he came up with this plan, to use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. At any rate, it would seem that we finally found out the truth. Excuse me. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of a young innocent man. Besmirching him with the title of, I feel like you said this so many times. Don't ignore me! Ooh. Oh, I didn't realize you were there. Why wouldn't he be there? Out the verdict. I know. You never committed any murder. That's right, I'm glad you understand, but I really messed the mask! Huh? So there's this trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was you said? What was you said? Double Jeopardy? Oh, you mentioned it. I've been careless. Careless? What do you think, Mia?
As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent.
Then, Mask is really innocent.
It would seem so. For now.
For now? No, that's really funny, actually. That's really funny. Oh my god. He got off scot-free. This lucky bastard. Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am messed up.
You did it, Phoenix.
Thanks, Mia. I'm so glad I got a serial thief proven innocent. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days.
Oh?
I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days.
You mean about becoming the master of Karain's channeling school?
Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother.
Misty Faye, right?
Watch over her, will you, Phoenix?
Of course.
Well then, see you around.
Mia. Mr. Roy! I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Delight. Thank you so much! And no, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though, not all this.
Come on, just be happy already!
Maya!
You've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as mask to boot!
In exchange, I lost everything.
Huh? What do you mean?
Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming master mask. I did it all for one reason, for her. You mean your wife, Desiree? She hates criminals more than anything. Come think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to sue me. And I thought she would leave me for sure. So that's why you became Master Mask. Yes, but it was all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together.
That's not true, right, Nick?
Right. Really? Can we go back to the way things were? Maya, don't talk over me. I'm really sad right now. I finally.
It's so easy to talk over. I'm sorry. You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
Oh shit, I have to prove it. I can? I kind of wish you would check with me first. Even if a bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together. Is that what this stupid thing is for? Oh, wait. Wait, why was this? Wait, when did we were supposed? Oh, whatever, I don't care right now.
I think that was like evidence we used for other stuff, maybe?
The sacred urn! Desi was the one who found this. That's right, your wife. You always believe in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything.
Ah, there you are.
Mr. Light!
You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy.
Thank you, I appreciate that, but I suppose you don't want anything to do with me anymore, do you?
Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB security.
What?
I never imagined that you're really mask to mask either. Mr. Light, what are you gonna do now that you know? You're not really going to leave him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away?
What?
After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away.
What's going on here? But did you say you hate criminals?
Hmm? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective.
I see.
My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them, like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous.
Is that what chivalry is?
Chivalrous! I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement.
Dizzy! That's right, you really love Ron, don't you?
Nicky boy,
Yes?
I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us.
Oh, well, take care of yourself and don't forget to actually pay me. I do need that rent money.
You too, Nicky boy.
I can feel my face going red.
Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, congratulations.
Pearls! Oh, shit. I realized it's just what Phoenix did. Talk about bad timing.
Mr. Nick, how could you, with another man's wife, in front of
No,
Mystic
you've
Maya?
got it all wrong.
I'll never forgive you. Never, ever.
She can throw a mean upper hook, huh? So just as the case came to a close, so too did my college. Oh my god! She knocked him out cold. Ron said a book. Ron said a Pokeball can be put back together, but I know that's not true. I mean, just look at this bowl. Look at this bowl that you would eat cereal with. Here's a perfect example of one that has been put back together even better than before.
Technically true, somehow.
Yeah, in a very weird way. God. What? Why is she in a maid outfit? Or a waitress outfit? Is she working as a waitress? Wait, why? What's happening here? Well, we're gonna find out next Tuesday, y'all. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with me. I had a fantastic time. Just so you guys know, me, KO Corn, and Loki the Octo will be doing a stream this Thursday. As we Sea of Thieves will be pirates and having a good old time doing pirate things, like pirating stuff. Like the entire Sims 4. Just all of it. They're charging $15 for DLC that's barely anything is unethical. So it's good to pirate that game. I didn't say that. This is not legal advice. Anyways.
Seth, you really need to be more mindful of when you're being recorded.
Not legal. I bought Sims 4. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, guys, I want to say thank you to everyone who joined on in. Please follow my YouTube, guys. I put a whole bunch of stuff on there that I really do hope you're enjoying, and make sure to follow my YouTube. I'd be greatly appreciative of that. Make sure to join the Discord. Let's see who we're gonna raid today. We're going to raid. Who's on right now? Actually, I don't know who's on. Twitch is taking forever to load, and I'm just gonna like fight Twitch a little bit. I'm just gonna press the raid button and we'll see who it brings up then. Alright, we're gonna raid. Magic Moo playing Luigi's Mansion. She's part of the moms of Splatoon 2. It's great. Good person. Let's say hi to her. We're also, here's the raid message, y'all. Plant raid. If you don't have the emotes, just say plant raid, and get on in there having a great time. Alright, guys? Anyways, y'all stay safe and stay Botanist Cool. I will see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I didn't press the right button. Oh, shit. There we go. I think I got it this time. My computer is a little slow right now, and I do not like how slow it is. I will fight my computer, I swear to Christ. I think we got it.